Hey folks, Dati from the future here. Once again commentating over boring sections of the game, in this case, grinding. Now, it's true, the Elite Four of this game are a little bit tough, and I was not properly leveled at this point to take them on. I was pretty darn close, but not quite. So essentially what I, future Dati, have to work with here is my Pokemon fainting the same Golbats and Sandslashes and Rhyhorns and occasional Onyxes over and over and over, and I have to make something entertaining out of that? Really? Come on, son. How am I supposed to do that? You're giving me literally nothing to work with. I can give a little bit of a retrospective, I suppose, since this is the end of the first part of the run. You know, the Elite Four being the first final boss rush of Gold, Silver, Crystal, and therefore Shiny Gold. And, gosh, it's been so many years, I hardly remember the intricacies of this run. What I do remember is that Willy, being a Mawile and not having a Mega Evolution at this point, and not being Fairy-type at this point, was a bit of a difficult Pokemon to work with. Didn't necessarily have the strong type advantages, strong stats, etc. that other Pokemon on my team did. So it was a little difficult to keep Willy up to par with the rest of the Pokemon. Willy does eventually get her time to shine over in Kanto, but less so here, which is unfortunate. Perry, I recall the wee days of back when we caught her in Rock Tunnel. Honestly, kind of a surprise killer. I didn't expect kind of a weird, non-evolving, not quite gimmick Pokemon, but weird Pokemon like this to do as well as it did, but the Serene Grace, Flinch Hacks, Headbutt aspect really made things work, and Rollout, I remember, was also a real devastator. Kind of a chance to use some unexpected Pokemon in unexpected ways. Now, one moment, my past self has something to say. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, actual commentary for just a little second. Votes are in from the whether or not I should evolve Thera poll, basically. So, allow me to get the tally up here. Let's see. As you can see, there is a significant amount of evolution supporters, basically. Darwin would be proud. Anywho, since it's off the screen, totals are 27 for keeping Thera as the Scyther, and 43 for evolving into a Scizor. It's full of 70 votes. I'm honestly very surprised. So, that's the verdict. That's how it's going to happen. So, let's fish out that Moonstone, which I think is down here, right? No, it's up there. Okay. That's it. There we go. Here we go. And there we go. There's Thera. You wouldn't even recognize her. Let's take a look here. As you can see, significant amount of attack power. Of course, I'm not about to stop, you know, here at this point in leveling. A team of 45s is not going to conquer the Elite Four. I'm sorry. Maybe in the original, not X, but this is going to require a little bit more training. But I wanted to switch that in there. And heck, I'll give commentary for Thera's first tryout against in here. See what's going on in here. What's going on? Rhyhorn, let's see. So again, Thera has a very cool attack sprite, basically. Stomp did diddly. Wing attack. Okay, that was a critical, but considering I had a sword stance, it did double anyway. It's critical and one sword dance thing, I think, do about the same, since critical doubles and sword dance doubles. Alright, that was nice. Nice, nice, nice. So, Thera's quite the competent individual. Can't 2KO Golbats, but
you know, Golbats are Golbats. And of course, you know, it takes hits like a beast. Very, very competent. So, I suppose we should get back to grinding now. So, grinding it is.
So that reminds me, Thera was an interesting case. When I first caught Thera in the bug catching contest, I didn't really want to use her for whatever reason. I don't remember my logic at the time. Maybe just because Scyther was such an obvious cool pick, I wanted to do something a little more indie, underground. But especially once she evolved into Scissors, Thera became a really strong force on the team. She had the Steel type defensively, which Willy also had, but she could also do things offensively with Swords Dance. So I could easily Swords Dance up 3 times without fear of fainting, and then proceed to sweep whatever is in front of me. It's really, really strong, very cool. Lainey, who you're seeing here, I've always wanted to use a Lantern, but they generally weren't very available. They're kind of in odd spots, or late in the game, and I wanted to get them more early on. But it's such a cool type combination, water and electric. And, you know, surfing is always really useful. It'll destroy most things in its path, especially Pokemon here in Victory Road, which are often rot ground types that are four times weak to surf. Fury Cutter, not a good move. Don't use it. Don't do it. And then the last Pokemon, or there are 2 Pokemon left, Devon, who I don't know if we're going to see any action from during this grinding session. I mentioned Devon way back when I did a redo episode over the episode in which we caught him. Devon was, again, really, really good. Had excellent type coverage with the different elemental punches. So it's a lot like Electivire, actually, in that excellent type coverage. And since this is a 3rd generation game, the elemental punches all run off the special attack stat rather than the physical attack stat, making Gardevoir an excellent choice to wield such punches. The one thing I remember from this playthrough is that many people in the comments would often get on my case for not using a Psychic-type move against a Poison-type Pokemon. I would often try to justify it in that I was trying to keep PP, since Psychic has rather limited PP, or that I would forget that a Pokemon like Survivor is not actually part Dark-type. I remember there's a lot of controversy in the comments, and I didn't take it well because I was, an insecure high schooler at the time. Then the last Pokemon on the team was Bouncy there. Bouncy was basically just an HM minion, which is sad because Bouncy's a boss. I've really grown to like Bouncy a lot in retrospect. I wish that I had raised Bouncy to be a regular member of the team, even if he was restricted to HM moves. Anyway, back to my past.
Well then, I know you're gonna call me a lunatic for saying something like this, but I can beat the Elite Four and the Champion as I am now. As the team I have now, I can beat him. So let's take a look here. Willy, level 46, holding the experience share, not really important. Look at those stats, none of them in the triple digits. But Willy still manages to be awesome. That's the moveset. Thera here, Scissor, Swords Dance, Sweep, amazing, gonna be real help, I'm sure. Swarm, ups bug moves, I don't have a bug move, I'm not gonna teach Fury Cutter. 2 triple digits, attack and defense. Holding a Smoke Ball, not gonna be too useful. Amulet Coin, yeah. Only male member of the team. Surprisingly, the only one who should actually definitely be female. Devon, you're never going to cease to confuse me. Basically, special sweeper with basically a wide moveset type coverage. That's the theory behind this. Lainey going to be awesome. Thunder Wave is going to be so helpful, and just because considering their levels now, they're going to be faster than my team. And yes, I know Lainey is level 45 instead of 46. I'm alright with that. We'll absorb. Another Amulet Coin, by the way. then parry with the quick claw, hopefully gonna have some headbutt hacks and roll out. Spring Grace to boot. And again, nothing in the triple digits. Laney doesn't have any triple digits. So really, only 2 of my 5 members have stats in the triple digits. And Bouncy's there. Bouncy's gonna chill out. I can beat the Elite Four. I can beat the Pokemon League with this team. I'm calling it right now. I can do it. And I'd just like to point out the massive underleveling that I believe Will's weakest Pokemon is level 54. I can do it. And next week, you're going to see me do it. And you're going to like it, damn it. I'll see you next time.